Alright, here we have a 2005 OutBack. This is a video walkthrough for it. Up front, you have your switch for your landing jack, so you have extender or retract for your legs. Your front storage. That just folds up and you get a lock right here. Alright. So you have your front storage right here. Up front, this lifts up. You got some storage under here. And your battery's located right there. The other side lifts up too for some more storage. Then down the side right here, you got your propane tanks. Just like a gas valve or a gas grill, you got the valve on top to turn it on and off. Then you have your regulator right here. Right now you can see this little window right here is green. That's telling you there's gas going through. If your tank goes empty or if they're not on, that'll go red, telling you there's nothing going through. Then you got a little switch right here with an arrow on it. That's telling you what tank it's drawing from. So it's pointing to this. It'll draw from that. If that one goes empty and they're both on, the little valve inside will automatically switch over and draw from this one if it's on. But this lever will still be pointing this way. So if you want to take one off to go get it filled, just make sure you switch that over or else it'll leak through the other side. Alright, then right here is more access to the storage. And you got another door on the other side that's bigger. Right here is your water heater. All the switches are inside. This is a gas and electric water heater. The plug's right here. It just screws into that little fitting right there. Pressure release valve. When you're draining it, you just pull that, releases the pressure, and then you can pull the plug. And this little tab just pulls out, and then you twist it, and then it's locked shut. Up above it, you have an outside shower, so you can rinse things off outside. Moving down, you have your sewer outlet right here. There's only one outlet, but there's 3 tanks. The valves are right under here. Right over there. And they're labeled. That one's your black tank right there, which is your toilet water. That one right there is a gray tank for your shower. And then your kitchen valve is, if I can find it, right here. In between the tires, that tank, that valve is for the kitchen tank, and that is a gray tank as well. Alright, on the rear, on each side, you have stabilizer jacks. Those are only made for stabilizing, so you crank them down until they hit the ground, or if you have blocks underneath. Once they're hitting the ground or the blocks, give it a half crank to 3/4 of a crank just to put a little pressure on it. You don't want to try and lift up the camper or else it'll bend the jacks. Your power cord's back here. This just pulls out and you shove it back in to store it. This is a 30 amp service, so you need a 30 amp outlet if you want to run your AC. Otherwise, you can get an adapter, plug into a regular household outlet, and you'll be able to run your lights and your fridge and your furnace, but you just can't run your air conditioner. That requires a 30 amp service. If you try running your air conditioner on a household outlet, it'll burn up your cord, so you want to stay away from doing that. On this side is your entry door and your steps right here. These just fold up and pull out. Right here you have a little outside grill. It just pops open. It's pretty much brand new. I don't think the previous owners used it. And then you got the hose right here for the quick connect. Where is that? It is right there. And that's just like a air hose fitting. The coupler pulls back. Put the hose in there. It'll lock in. And then this blue knob right there is the valve to open up the gas. And that draws right off the tanks up front. There's that back up. Right here, this is the exhaust for your furnace. Just make sure nothing's in the way of that and you don't touch it while in use. That'll get pretty hot and you'll get burned if you touch it accidentally. You got some outlets outside. This panel right here is the back of the fridge. It's just where we service it. You don't have to go back there at all. And then the other side of the storage up front. So you have a couple cranks here. This first one, that is for your stabilizer jacks in the rear. And then the other one, that looks like this. That is for your front landing gear. If you lose power or your battery's dead and you can't get your jacks up, there's a little access hole right here that handle goes in, and you can crank them up and down manually. And then your awnings out here. It's a manual one. You got a little knob up there you pull down, and then the strap right there is how you pull it out. And that's everything outside.